Hey guys, Jeff from Smoking T-Jets here. This is one of the grab bag that I've got. It's just a bunch of stuff. I really haven't gone through it. I've put stuff in here. Here's what's in here. Either we're going to salvage it, we're going to try to see what we can do with it. If we can clean it up, resell it, or we're going to trash it. So it's going to come into one of those categories. And there's just a bunch of stuff in here. What do we got? A Maserati? I don't know. What do I see? A dune buggy, maybe a T-Bird, or just various stuff. So we're gonna. I tell you what, let's just do it right now. I'm closing my eyes, guys. Jesus Christ! What the hell I got? Okay. Oh, all right. What do we got? We got a Fastback. Let's do this. All right. See what they got. Look at they got a slimline chassis on it. Let's do this. All right. Let me put that box aside. I'll put this on the bench. Let's see what we got, guys. Just a sec. All right, hey, what do you say? Let's take a look at what we got here. I mean, just crack me up. I've got the little box there full of. I don't know if I'm going to save it. I don't know if I'm going to throw it away. I don't know if it's worth salvaging or what. But it cracked me up. But we turned over just a second ago. Slimline chassis, one screw in the back. Maybe they figured out it wasn't going to work. I don't know. This came from like a lot of slot cars I got, I don't know, several months ago. I know it's 7 months ago. But one thing's for sure, that chassis don't belong, okay? And here's one thing, I know we've talked about taking the decals off, increasing the value. It seems like the only guys that really wanted the decals on the way this guy did it was him. If there's somebody else, I don't know. But it always seems like when we had the decals, we did it the way that we liked it. And then collectors, 50 years later, like we are now, it's like, can you make it look original? Let's see if we can do that. Let's get the decals off. And it looks like the bumpers are good. The back bumper's good there. We'll get that slimline chassis off. I tell you what, guys. If I'm not mistaken, I think that bumper's really good in the front there. I like that. I was just thinking, how the Mustang has the lights there and they're really nice. If I'm not mistaken, I think I have a bumper. I'll check here in just a second. I got a couple of bins there with the spare parts. We'll look in just a sec. If I do, we'll do it. It just occurred to me. I might have a front bumper to the. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a Maserati. It might be a front bumper to the Mustang here. And when I got it, somebody had already kind of drilled the lights out, the headlights out, like you're going to put lights in there. So I thought it was a great idea, but if I've gotten rid of the bumper, or if it's Maserati, we'll find out in just a minute, because that might be a fun project. Let's say we get rid of the decals. Let's say we put a proper chassis on there, and then let's say we light the darn thing up with two front headlights. I don't know. Let's see what it'll do. But again, as far as eBay, nominally, I got it very, very nominally on eBay. And even if we let's just say put a chassis on it right now, the chassis would be at least worth, $15, good T-Jet chassis. The slimline there, I don't even know what the parts, if it has all the parts, or, I don't even know if there's enough there to run. But we'll find out. But nevertheless, we're going to increase the value of the T-Jet. So let me do this. Let me go ahead and get that chassis off the body, and I will check, and I'll, let's just see if we have that bumper. I've got a myriad of bumpers. Let's see what I got. Tell you what do we got? What is this stuff here? This is the, what do we have? The vibrator stuff. That isn't it. Pardon me. Sorry about that, guys. All right. We do have a bunch of bumpers here. We are looking for the, oh my God. I got a lot of bumpers there. Looking for the Mustang one, the front Mustang. Guys, if you see it before I do holler out, email me or something. Oh my God. I forgot how many damn bumpers were in here. Okay, no, that's not it. That's like a T-Bird or something. Alright, well, listen to me. I don't want to fiddle around here with too much. I got the bumpers up top here, guys. There it is. There it is. Right there. Okay, you see the holes in it? Let me get that bugger out. Where's that? There it is. Okay. Oops. Okay. We're looking for it. I'm fishing around for it. There we go. Again, I didn't know if that was going to be a Maserati or a Mustang, and look at that. Somebody had taken the time. I'm going to have to clean up the holes so I can see that, but somebody took the time to like they're going to put lights in the front headlights there, and that's a Mustang. So let's do this. just for fun, let's complete the project, guys. Again, I'll clean up the holes, and I'll show you what I'm doing with the drill bits and all that. But we'll take the Mustang over there, the Fastback. We'll get the decals off, put a proper chassis on it. This is going to be a fun project, guys. All right, one sec. All right, let's take a look where we're at. I got the chassis off the body there. The chassis again. I touched it to the transformer just a second. It didn't work, so I'm going to cast that aside and make it a different project. Listen, the screw posts look good. Wheel wells uncut, unsanded. What I'll do is, you see inside there where the original bumper is on the front there. What I'll do is I'll take an X-Acto knife and I'll cut those little I don't know what you look at, little mushroom heads that when they melted the bumper into the body like that. I'll cut those off, and that front bumper should come off. And then you see the bumper with the holes here. What I'll do is I've got a hand drill here, and that bit, I know the bit looks small, but if I tried to use that bit on those holes, it would probably break the ring. But what I'll do is I'll use a very a smaller bit. I'll see what they got to clean it up. But you see the bits I have there on the left, and you see the lights in the back. Just real quick, I know I mentioned these again in numerous videos, but Gulf Coast Model Railroading, you see the link right there. Click the link, guys. You'll go right to your website. Seriously, click the link when you get a second. Go there, see what they got. Those guys are great. They ship anywhere you see, or you call, or you talk to those guys. They will take care of you. Gulf Coast Model Railroading, I can't say enough. But the bits that I have there for that little the hand drill that I have here, they are so small. It's like, well, I don't know, is a hair finer, or is that? They're just absolutely wonderful. So if you need small bits, go to Gulf Coast. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one of those smaller bits, and I'm going to drill those holes. You see the holes in the front bumper there? I'll drill them out, clean them out, make sure that they're bored out real good. And then I'll put, what I'll do is I'll drill them out if they're not already, and I'll check. But you see those tiny little light bulbs in the back? I'm going to see if they fit. And they're yellow. They're not clear. They're yellow. We got a yellow Mustang. I've got some green. I've got some clear. And the yellow hit me when I saw them. So I'm going to do yellow just for fun. So that's what I'll do next. I'll get the front bumper off by taking an X-Acto knife and cutting off like that little mushroom head right there, both of them, and then see if we can wiggle that bugger off and see if the front one, or the new one, front one works the way it should. Alright, just getting ready to trim that front bumper off. You see how I got the X-Acto knife? I know there's a little bit of oxidation on the X-Acto knife, but it is very, very sharp. You just start scraping over it. You start here, and you just start scraping over it until that bugger starts coming off little by little, okay? That's all you do. Once you've got that mushroom head off there on both of them, it should start coming off. You see we're already starting to get, right there in the corner, we're starting to get some of those black flecks. You keep working at it very subtly, very easily, just working at that. Then all of a sudden you'll notice it starts, a lot of times it just pops right off. But you get both of those out of there. Again, I'm going very easy, guys. You just saw a chunk go over there, and it should come off. So let me do just a little bit more, and we should have that front bumper off. Alright, just wanted to show you the progress I was getting with the X-Acto knife. Cleaned a lot of it off, and just grabbed my little screwdriver here. I don't know if it'll come off yet, but let's go ahead and put a little pressure. What I'm doing is just put a little pressure right at, they see how that pops off there? You get that little mushroom head off, and then that bugger comes right off, guys. You see how that just pushes right out of there? I mean, both sides right out. Let me do this. Let me go ahead and take the front bumper off. The rest, well, see if we can do. Yeah, there you go. It comes right off. And I'm going to go ahead and refit the other bumper. Let me find it here. Oh, there it is. Just a sec. All right, I just grabbed that bumper that has the holes in it, and I'm trying to dry fit it right out. And I thought it was going to pop right in. It doesn't. It doesn't. You can tell that. You see how wobbly it is there, guys? It's not popping right in. Let's do this. I don't want to force it whatsoever. So let's do this. Let me put this down. The holes look pretty good, don't they? Yeah. I don't see anything in the holes. Yeah, I tell you what, that left one near my thumb there, yeah, I got a bit of a, I don't know, burr or lip on it. Let me do this. Where's my X-Acto? I'm going to take the X-Acto, see if I can clean those up a little bit better and get my magnifying glass on, see if there's anything that I can't see with my eye here. but there's probably just a little something. Yeah, it looks like on the left one there. And let me go ahead and clean it up. Just a sec. Just took the X-Acto like around the pegs here and just kind of cleaned it up. I wasn't sawing upwards. I was just like pulling any lips or anything off of them. Got a couple of burrs off. Let's do this. Put the X-Acto down. See if it fits. See if it fits. Again, you know, it's something this delicate. Don't force it, guys. Just let it slide in the way it should. If it doesn't slide in, you know, figure out what's going on. You know what I mean? Figure out what's going on. Okay. Is that doing it? That's doing it. That's doing it, guys. That's in. That's in solid. Look at that bugger. That is in. That is in. We got it. Now, what we'll do, you see the holes that are there for the, in the chrome there? Let's do this. We just take those holes, we put the drill bit in. Where's my drill bit? I don't have the one that I've cleaned up with yet. But what we'll do, we'll put the drill bit in where those holes are, and then we'll make the holes go all the way through so we can stick some lights in there, okay? And we'll have that done and probably go ahead and get some of these decals off as well here in just a bit. But coming out good so far, and I'm glad that fit on there like that. So guys, this is going to be a fun project. All right. Hey, a real quick side note, look at this bumper, the one that I got off there. Oh my gosh. Just for fun, you want to put that on eBay for $5? Seriously, nice bumper, guys. People give their front teeth for that one, as nice as that is. That's really cool. The other one, very same or similar, just had the holes in it. I've had that, I have no idea, years. I know it's been years. So, again, even if you know, hey, well, we got rid of the original bumper, you still have something that's worth something. All right, give me just a sec, guys. All right, hey, listen, here's what I'm doing right now. I'm making sure I just bored out the hole a little bit and sanded the back of the hole, the bumpers where the lights come out there. And I'm just taking, and we're dry fitting, and it looked like they would by eye, but look at it, the light bulb goes right in there, guys. So we will leave that right there. We don't need to make the hole any bigger. That's going to fit comfortably. Next, what we'll do is I'm going to use the bit and then just drill all the way through there. And I thought about doing it with the bumper on, but there's such a skinny neck right there. What I'll do is I'll just mark the inside, you know, where I need to do it. I'll just drill out. I don't want to take a chance at breaking that little neck that's holding those on, because they're in good place. You know, if we did, yeah, we could glue them back, but I just soon not do that. So let me do this. I'll go ahead and, you know, drill in a little bit, make the mark, take the bumper off, and then proceed to drill. Now, I tell you what, I just started a little bit, and you see the filings that are coming out. I'm going real easy. Those little filings come out. I did that, and just enough came out. That means I'm right where I need to be. I'm going to back it out ever so slowly, you know, as I'm turning. I don't want to grab that bumper any harder than I have to. So, guys, be careful. But now what I've done is I made a mark, or, you know, I'll finish the hole out right where the light bulb's going to pass through. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Guys, again, be easy. Then I'm going to take the bumper off and finish it. Alright, I've made the marks, and you can see I got the bumper off. What I'll do is just put the bit right where I had it on both of them, and then just follow through. Just go as straight as I can right back there, and we should be through the inside of that bumper, or whatever, where it holds the bumper, really quick. That was about 3 or 4 seconds of drilling. That's as easy as that was, and as you can see, the holes go all the way through now. So that's really good. And anything on the inside? Yeah, always check the inside, guys. Make sure there's nothing left in there. And what we'll do, a dry fit, and then see how the lights fit after that. Okay, just got the bumper. It's on the floor a second ago. And we're putting it back together. What do we got? Looks like the holes go straight through. Let's do this. I like to check it, make sure we're going. Yeah, look at that. All the way through easily and effortlessly, boy. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, now what we're going to do, I've got to scrounge up a chassis. I don't know if I've got I might have to put one together here, guys. Let me look through my resources and see if we can come up with a chassis. Again, we might have to make one from scratch here. Here's like a little box. I got some TJ chassis. I don't know if they work. I know it looks like some of them need some parts or something. Should get Joy and grab one. Okay, what do we got? Looks like mostly are there. Got the AFX tires here. Well, I'm missing a tire there. Got the shoe springs on. Let's put it on the transformer, see if it works. Alright, here we go. Let's get the transformer. Got that bugger on. Let's see what we got. I heard something. There we go. Sounds like it needs oil desperately, but it does run. Alright, let's do this. I know we're in the middle of doing the lights and everything, but let's get the chassis running real good. We'll do like a 5-minute cleanup on it and make sure that we have the right wheels, the tires, the axles, that type of stuff to suit the Mustang better. And let's get this bugger running really good, because I tell you what, if you're having a fastback, it should run good. So let's go ahead and clean the chassis up next. Just brought the chassis over the bench here, and I'll start tearing it apart. I like getting right into it as far as getting the engine clamp off and see what we got going on there. Okay, brushes are stuck to the bottom of the plate there. Looks like the magnets are good shape. Doesn't look like they, like killed it with too much oil. So I think we're going to be in good shape with this one. Let's just take it through the general cleaning. Now, I've said this before in a few of my videos, but whenever you have the magnets that come out, I always do this. I put the back magnet on the bottom, and I'll set it aside somewhere, so like on a rail there, so I know when I pick it back up, the back one's on the bottom. That's how I remember it. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and get the shoes off and all that stuff. And you guys know as well as I do, be very careful with that spring in the shoe there. They like to jump off the bench very, very quickly. And there we go. That's off. Got that done. Other shoe just comes right off. And you guys know if you've seen the other videos, the routine as far as taking the wire brush, will clean all the oxidation off of there. I do touch the wire brush where the brush springs are. I touch it there, make sure that there's good tension on those guys. Pardon me. And the shoes, I clean the whole shoe. The reason I clean the whole shoe with the wire brush, oxidation doesn't stop. Rust never sleeps. You know what I mean? It just keeps on going. So I just clean the contact points. You can, and that'll be good for a bit. But if the oxidation's already started, it's just going to get worse quicker. And I will take the wire brush to the bottom of the plate there, and that should clean that up nicely. And we'll take care of what do we got? The brushes, they really don't look too bad. So we'll take care of this, put those on a card, and clean them by hand. All right, let's go ahead and get into that. Alright, got my Dremel all set up. It's going to be a little bit loud, guys, but I'm going to show you how I do it. I get that wire brush and just go ahead and put it right on there. Done. Look how clean that bugger is now, huh? Good as used. Going to do the same thing with the shoes there. Just real quick, look at the black oxidation there. That's why I get that stuff off the inside. Again, just real easily with your brush. I'm not pushing too hard. If I get near my fingers, I'm very, very careful. But just go ahead and get that black oxidation off, or else it'll just creep right back around to the rest of your shoe. Well, everything came out really good. Got the shoes clean. Got the bottom plate of the chassis real clean. Look at the bottom plate of the armature there. That's really nice. I mean, that came out nice. It only takes a couple seconds. All it takes a couple seconds, and it comes out that clean. Very, very, very easy to clean with that wire Dremel. Let's do this. Go ahead and I know sometimes you see the front axle there. Those buggers usually put on so darn tight. I'm going to take those off. I might have to get them off with, I've showed you guys how I do this before. I put it there and then I keep sliding it on, but I'm going to have a better grip on it than what I got right now. But sometimes these buggers are tough to get off. The other, the AFX axles and tires, no, those are easy. But let me go and hold that differently, and I'll see if I can get that off for us real quick and put some of the right axles and tires and hubs and all that on. All right, got the tires and the axles off there. I tell you what, those front pair right there, whoever's idea was it to make them fit so darn tight like that, I hate them. I mean, I really do. I think they look cool. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. But my God, trying to get them damn things off, that's a pain in the ass. That really is. All right, everything looks real good. I'm going to open up a couple of my bins and see where the axles are, and see if we can get some hubs and some tires that'll fit appropriately. Got a couple of bins here just with some spare parts and things like that. I like to salvage whatever I think I can possibly use again. That's what I do. Over here, just the way I like to do it sometimes, if I have a matching set, of the front axle that has both either the tires or the hubs on it, I like to keep them as a set. I'll put those together. Again, if you're going to use it again or possibility reusing again, I like to do that with some of them that come off real nice there. So what do we have? We are looking at the longer ones, and here are the smaller ones. What I'll do is I'll grab a couple of these smaller axles. Got those buggers, and over here I've got, I like to dress it up nice. I've got some new old stock hubs, we'll do that, and the standard T-Jet tires right there. I'll pick up some of those, and then we should be all set. Alright, hey listen, I got everything cleaned up, the brushes are clean, even the crown gear back there, I got the crown gear. I know I've said it before, guys, but contrary to proper leaf, fuzz, cat hair, dog hair wrapped around the crown gear does not increase the speed of the T-Jet, so get it off there. Okay, get it off there. We all pick it up. I don't care how clean you think your stuff is. It's always going to pick up something. Everything is just ready for reassemble here, guys. This is kind of the fun part because, you know, we know it worked a bit ago when we put it back together. Now we're going to see how fast we can get it to go and how smoothly we can get it to run. So give me just a second here and I'll do some reassembling and see if we can get this bugger going. Just a quick note, I've got some of the chassis put back together here. I'm getting ready to put the shoes on. But I wanted to mention, if I didn't mention already, I just refreshed the springs. And you see how I got the spring on the little screwdriver right there? What I'll do is I'll hold the one end of it with my fingernail, and with my thumbnail on the other end of it, I'll just stretch the spring. Because, you know, listen, if the spring's been squashed for 50 years, you know, when they're new, they got a lot of, spring to them. But if they've been squashed for 50 years, sometimes they need to be refreshed. So be mindful of that. If you see like they're really squatty, just stretch them out just a little bit. You know, just stretch them just a little bit. Boy, that chassis looks a whole lot better now, doesn't it? We got a chassis. I mean, that's that refurbished chassis right there. That'd go for $12 to $15 on eBay right there. Let's do this. Just grab the transformer. Let me reposition the camera here. Alright, sounds like it needs some help, doesn't it, guys? Let's see what the oil does to it. Alright, let me look at my oil can. Just a sec. Alright, transformer's still on. Let me give it some juice. Much smoother with that oil in there, isn't it, guys? Much smoother. It'll take a few seconds to warm up. When it does, you know, when everything gets, you know, used to working with each other. Yeah, there it goes. You heard speed up? Yeah. Yeah, that's still nice. Looks pretty. Sounds pretty smooth though. All right, let's do this. I don't even want to take it for a test, a test lap yet. We will here after a bit. Let's do this. I tell you what. Let's focus our attention on getting some of the decals or all the decals off that body there. Let's do that next. Let's go ahead and make sure that that body is going to be in real nice condition. Then we'll go back to addressing the chassis, and we'll get some of those real tiny lights there on the chassis, and they'll be shining out the front there. All right, guys, this has been a blast. Just a sec. I'll set up for the decal removal next. All right, I just got a coffee mug full of water there, and I've got the body right there on the side. I nuked the water for about a minute and a half, guys. That's all I did. I don't want boiling water. If you get the water too hot, it can actually misshape the plastic. So I'm gonna you know, just like a minute and a half, regular tap water, and it's hot, but it isn't boiling. It didn't even simmer or anything like that. So what I'll do now is I'll just go ahead and submerge the body in there. I'm just gonna let it sit in there for a little bit. And I tell you what, probably about 30-40 seconds, things should start loosening up, and we'll take a look at it then. All right, what I did just a second ago is it's been about 30-45 seconds, and I just moved everything over to the sink here, not to make a mess on the counter, and fishing it out right now. And let's see what we got, guys. Let's see what we got. See if I can get some of these off. Yeah, see there? Look at that 76. That just comes right off. Yeah, a lot of these will just come right off with your thumbnail. See how they're working like that, guys? They'll just peel right off. Let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. Use two hands, but you see how they're just coming off? I'll finish that up and get this bugger cleaned up, and let's see how it comes out. All right, hey, listen. I think I got all the decals off. I've got less than 60 seconds into it. I think I got more decals on my fingers than I do on anywhere else. But they're all off, guys. That's it. They're done. We're done with that. We are done getting the decals off. That was an easy. It took longer to warm the water than it did to take the decals off. Let me just go ahead and give it one more rinse, make sure everything's the way it should be. Then we'll do some, we'll start working on the lights. Came out really good. I mean, it's still a little bit damp. One little tricks of the trade, little tip. Always do it, guys. Always do it. Get you. I mean, literally, it's right out of the sink. I dried it on my T-shirt, but a little bit of a paper towel. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to like try to roll up a little bit of the paper towel here to make like a bit of a wick. Okay, and here's why. Here's why. Pay attention to this, guys. What you don't want is you don't ever want to put a screw in the screw hole and still have some water in there. You're going to rust the hell out of the screw. Not good. Probably get some mold in there, that type of stuff. So listen, just take a second, and yeah, boy, that's damp already. Then do the same thing. Do the same thing to the back one. Get you a dry piece and just spin it up, make it look like a wick, and then do the same thing with the back one there, guys. It only takes a seconds. These paper towels, they really get the water out of there. And again, a little bit wet right there. So little tricks of the trade like that really help. I'm going to let that dry a little bit further. I was looking at some moisture on the seats there. Tried to blow it out. There's still a couple drops there, so I'll give it just a little bit more. Pardon me. And again, we're going to put our attention right now on getting these lights hooked up to the chassis, and I'm going to try to do it without solder. Everybody doesn't have a solder gun, so let's go ahead and try to do it without the solder. See if we can tuck the lights in to where, if you want to remove them, hey, you can remove them and change them. It'll be easy. So let's work on the lights next. Okay, here's where we're at right now. You see the wire over there, the 3 lights. I tested them. 2 out of the 3 didn't work. I thought I may have had some more yellow ones. I've got like a box of lights and things like that. I only had 1 yellow one. So that's the as small as I had, and I thought it'd be easy to make a small hole, and it was. But now, you see the lighting rig I got right up there in front there. Those, I made that lighting rig, and they're soldered on the end there, both ends. I made that lighting rig for a project, I don't know, years ago, and I just put it on the transformer. They both worked. They're soldered together. They both worked. They're ready to go. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that I need to bore out the holes of the Mustang, as far as the bumper and the body itself. I'm going to bore the holes out a little bit more. Just make sure that the new lights, because they're a little bit thicker. I'm going to go ahead and do that next, see how they fit. Wow, look at those holes. Those holes are bigger. I got the lighting rig here. I always like to test it. Should fit. Yeah, that fits fine. And that goes in there as well. We are good, guys. All right, we're good. We got that done. Got that part done. All right, the next step, obviously, is going to be attaching those lights to the chassis there. Let me get that out of the way. And I know the bottoms there are soldered, but I think thank goodness they are. It'd be easier getting them in. But one thing I noticed earlier is you see there in the right behind the front axle there, this isn't a flamethrower, so we're going to have to drill a couple holes there. And again, guys, just get your hand drill. And what I do is I just pop the hand drill in right there in the corner. You see that right there in the corner, right there in that corner as well. And you just drill real easily. The only thing is on the underneath side, and I'll show you too when we do it, but that underneath side, there'll be like a little bit of plastic we got to get off where the hole came through, just to neaten it up and clean it up, and we can take that off with an X-Acto. So let me go and bring that close to myself, and I'll drill the holes. You see, if you can see right there, that's where the hole is over there, and then there's the one on the other side there. And what I'm going to do next, again, I'll bring it close to myself, but I'm just going to take a little bit of that excess plastic off that the hole was just drilled through. Should only take a couple of seconds on each one, guys. Real easy. Kind of at a fun spot right here. You see how the bumper is on there, right there? What I'm going to do now is I instead of keep fiddling with the bumper, I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on the little bumper post there, and I'm going to glue it into the body just so it doesn't come off anymore. I was just trying to take the lights out, making sure everything fits and everything. I got the wires to the holes there and that kind of stuff. So it's coming along, but I just had presence of mind. It's a good time to glue the bumper back onto the body. All right, just real quick in the back there with the body, I put a back screw in the screw post there, and I've got you see the wires coming out underneath my thumb there. What I intend to do is I just intend to tuck them in under here and right under there. And I'm going to pull it again closer to me so I can do it a little bit easier. But I'm just going to tuck it in there, and we're going to do it without soldering, and that should hold them. Unless hey, down the road, a light burns out. Guess what, guys? It's going to be real easy to undo. Be real easy. All right, give me just a minute. All right, so it took about, a minute and a half, something like that. I mean, really, it's very easy just to tuck them under there, and they're good enough to, they'll go around the track, that type of thing. And, hey, let's do this now. Get the transformer. Let's go ahead and just put it on the track. I'm about to say, hey, why don't we go ahead and test it? Well, let's go ahead and test it. Get that focused in there, and give it some juice. Yeah, I see them both working there. Good. All right, well, we can continue now, guys. What else we got to do? Let's just fit it in the body and get the lights where they should be. I need a guide pin and a front screw, and we should be done with the project. All right, just finishing up. Got the chassis installed, got the lights in there and everything. Now, just a couple of quick notes. I think I can get that slimline chassis running. I do. I haven't dove into it, but I think I can get that bugger running. We'll look at that. Again, that'll be a different project. Plus, we have the front bumper. Great shape. Again, if you want to put that on eBay, somebody's going to give you $5 for that, guys. So I tell you what, let's do this. The next thing we can do is put on the track and test that bugger. Let me reposition the camera. One sec. All right, I got the camera repositioned. Let's see what we got. Got the transformer on. A little juice. Oh, yeah, takes right off. Looks sharper on the track. Look at that, guys. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let me see if I can show the headlights a little bit better for you. One sec. I'm going to reposition the camera here. Just put on that starter track. Let me grab the juice. I'm stretching my arms here, guys. But look at that. See how I like that. I'm digging that, man. I am really digging that. It looks pretty damn good. All right. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for the project. We are done. This is a blast. And you know what I'm going to do with this? This is going straight on eBay. This will probably be on eBay tonight. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have fun with this one.